Finally, here we go. Made it to the big screen. YouTube, where you at? Oh, my IG folk. Come on in, come on in.
Come on in.
Come on in. Get nice and comfortable. About to have this little convo if y'all don't mind.
People come, we see you guys coming.
Get my wife been here. What's up, everybody? What's good?
Hey,
Hope you're all having a good evening. Happy Black History Month continued. We're about to get our learning on. We got a little spicy topic today.
Yes.
I do the last little shout outs for all other folks. Boom. We on. All right.
Hi, guys. We see everybody coming in. Welcome.
How's everybody doing this evening? What's good? Good to see you. Come on in. Thought I had it. Here we go. Good. All right, here we go.
Hey,
all right,
guys.
We got everybody in there. What's up, IG?
Think we on. Hey, Facebook.
Salute to all my kings. What's good, everybody?
IG,
all the queens.
YouTube.
What's good with y'all? Yeah, we about to get into this spicy topic. Happy Black History Day.
Absolutely.
About to invent some drama.
Welcome, guys. Welcome.
Mm-hmm.
First, we want to say happy Thursday. Thank you for everyone who's joining in and can join in right now and watch. And for everyone who has been supporting us through every episode, who comments, who participates, who shares. Thank you. We love and appreciate you.
Y'all.
Again, if you or anyone else you know is going through anything, needs some counseling, someone to talk to, or a referral, please feel free to DM myself at Dr. Alicia Delgado Gavin, also at the Dr. Realist, where you can reach us and find us. Also,
hit us up, y'all.
Yes.
It'll be private, it's just between y'all, confidential.
Yep, everything's
we just want to make sure everybody get the help that they need, all right?
Absolutely. Also, please check out and subscribe on YouTube to the Dr. Realist. So
yes,
go ahead and
subscribe. Please like and subscribe. We need to get those subscribers up on YouTube, man. We need y'all, man.
Yes.
Come on, everybody, go jump over to YouTube right now. Go to the Dr. and the Realist. Like and subscribe. We got the live for y'all right now. We got the heat for you every Thursday.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So we got a spicy one today. We've been getting into what's the topic for today?
Topic is exploring the world of the sneaky link.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
No judgment, y'all.
No judgment.
But we going in. We getting in. We going in today. We about to get into it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, y'all know. Power up. Here we go.
Yes, everyone that comes on, please just give us a wave, give us a holler, let us know that you're here. Thank you so much. Again, I thank you for all the support while we're here. So let's get into this topic.
Man, oh man, I have a whole lot to say in a little bit of time. So let's try to structure it a little bit so we're not talking broad about everybody's situation. Let me put a disclaimer out there first and foremost. Anything that I say is from my own experience. Okay. It's from my own perspective. It's from my own faith. You don't have to agree with it. If it don't apply, let it fly. All right. I'm not here to snitch on my fellas. I'm here to just inform people about what's going on out here in relationships and why we do the things that we do. So I hear this term thrown around a lot.
Yep.
Sneaky link. That's my sneaky link. She is sneaky link. All right. I guess the first thing we need to do is really define what is a sneaky link.
What is a sneaky link? So I've never had a sneaky link, and I've never been a sneaky link. So I don't know. Hi, Dana. Hi, Pastor Karen. Pastor Karen, this is a doozy topic tonight. Thanks for joining.
Appreciate you.
Yes. So I've never been in that situation, but we hear the topic all the time. Again, I see it a lot, whether it's through friends, family, clients, coworkers, about being a sneaky link, having a sneaky link, basically cheating. Right?
It is. Okay. In a nutshell, but you want me to give my street definition? Y'all want the street definition of it for the people in the back?
Okay.
So we get on one accord. I'm gonna clean it up, Pastor. I'm aware that you're on. So I'm gonna be mindful. My regular viewers know I'll be going in. So basically, in a nutshell, sneaky link is somebody that you're cheating with.
Okay.
But I think a lot of times it's like a spontaneous thing. And the worst thing about sneaky link is it shouldn't have happened in the first place. But it's something about the situation that makes you, it draws you to the person. It draws you to the situation. You know, people must admit, as human beings, we love to do bad things. All right. We love to do things that we know we have no business doing at all. Absolutely. And those are the things that tempt us the most, that pull us and draw us in when we don't have self-discipline or, you know, really, really focused on God's word. Okay. In that situation, there's a lot of people like that. Absolutely. They fake don't mean shit to them. So they're going to do what they want to do when the situation presents itself. All right. And a sneaky link essentially is somebody that you're dealing with. It could be a one-time occurrence. It could be something that happened. You know, it could be a coworker, it could be a stranger, it could be somebody else, and you had this sexual interaction with them. You know, you're supposed to let it go, supposed to move on to your life. You know, a lot of women deem it as a mistake. Guys deem it as another notch. Okay. Okay. And it's something about that person that you start to balance it versus your relationship with your significant other. So that person, sometimes your sneaky link could be your escape from whatever trauma or abuse or whatever kind of difficulty you're experiencing in your current relationship. Okay. This person gives you an out. They give you a different perspective. They give you a different character. They give you a different wit. They give you a different Now
let me ask you a question. Does a sneaky link just have to be someone's sexual relationship? Or can it be emotional, verbal, just texting someone, sending pictures? Can that be considered a sneaky link too? Because that's still a form of cheating.
Yeah, I mean, in the kind of dork sense, it is like you know, like I said, there's some pictures or whatever. I think personally, sneaky link really doesn't. It's not classified. I could be wrong, y'all. Please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. If I'm saying something that's totally outlandish, I'm incorrect about it. But I believe it is based on a sexual relationship solely. Okay. You know what I'm saying? That is why it's a link. That's why it's something that's small, what the link part is. Okay. Sending pictures and nudies is like, you kind of that could be your thing, but to a lot of relationships in today's times, that's not crossing the line. Having a sexual intercourse, having that link physically
with someone is a sneaky link.
That classifies it as a link.
It's not an ongoing thing. It could be something quick.
See, but that's the tricky part about it. That's the tricky part about the sneaky link culture, so to speak, or whatever the case is. And I'm speaking from my own experience, y'all. This is all pre-marriage, all right? But I'm bold and beautiful with my shit, so I'm gonna tell you right the hell how it is, okay? Because they're like, damn, this nigga know somebody. You know so much about being a sneaky link, Professor, Professor Cheetah. You know, I'm just a real person. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of friends that I discuss stuff with my college days. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a humanitarian when paying attention to certain behaviors. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't always married, and I'm basically speaking from a lot of the motivations of why I did what I did in my relationships. Not even way before you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So basically, you get into the situation with this person, and you kind of have this attraction to them for some whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? They're different from your significant other or your regular person, and because you engaged in this relationship, and it was so passionate, it was so wild, it was so unexpected, it was so spontaneous, and it was so dead ass wrong. People can't stop thinking about it. Kind of like, to use an analogy. Remember we was watching BMF and my man Charles was all connected and cheating on his wife? Well, that's what it was. He did it because he was having stress in his home life. He found somebody else that he was vulnerable with. He made the mistake. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you know, when you do some fucked up shit, when you cheat on your wife or whatever like that, when he was washing the dishes, y'all, you do be thinking about some dumb shit like that. I ain't going, it was so eerie. You know, when in your subconscious, you play that over in your mind. So you're supposed to let that person go, but you start to fantasize about it. And then your reality, your real life, your contemptuous relationship, all your stress and all that other shit, whenever you're confronted with those things, that's your escape.
But listen, I feel like there's some psychology behind having a sneaky link. You know what I'm saying?
What's that, Doc?
Because not everyone has a sneaky link and not everyone cheats. Although statistically it shows that most people cheat in their marriage, right? It happens, right? Like it's something more like 56% of people have either been cheated on or have cheated in their marriage.
Wow, that's big.
That's a huge number.
It is.
Right?
Actually, nah, that's kind of low. I thought you said what, 50?
Like 56%.
I thought it was more like 86.
Right?
93.
So listen, infidelity isn't the number one cause of divorce because
finance, right?
Finance.
Okay.
Most people who are in a relationship and the person has cheated or they've been cheated on, or vice versa, they usually stay. Usually cheating is not really a deal breaker.
Right.
Even if it's like a one-time occurrence, something sporadic, they work through that. Again, if it's something that's like a prolonged relationship, which I'm assuming is not a sneaky link, right? Sneaky link. No,
not intentionally. Not supposed to be. Not supposed to be.
Okay. So, all those things happen. But what is it that motivates the person to say, I need to have a sneaky link? Is it spontaneous? Is it that you just see someone that you're kicking it with, that you're enjoying time with, and then you're like, wow, I like this person, or you're with this person at work, or, you just say, let's go grab lunch, and then it turns out to be something more than what it is.
I'm just telling you from, only from my own experience, like the sneaky link thing was just like you got away with some shit in your relationship, you want to forget about it and move on. You know what I'm saying? But if to be honest with you, if you could cheat once, you can cheat again.
Yeah.
So if you get in that situation again and it's pleasurable for you, or you feel like you can get away with it again, you gonna link again.
Yeah.
And that's what keeps happening. And then those occurrences link into an unstable relationship.
Yeah.
Because now this person enjoys you. Now this person wants more of your time. Now this person feels like, from you pillow talking, hello fellas, we talk too damn much when we ain't supposed to.
Facts.
You start talking about your relationship and the kinks in your relationship. And now this person can throw shots at your relationship. It's like, all you do is complain about her. What are you doing here with me? Then they start to feel ownership of you. And then them links turn into shackles.
Ooh, links turn into shackles.
You see what I'm saying?
Pastor Karen said, I will go to jail and start a women's prison ministry.
Too gangster for me, Pastor Karen. Too gangster for me.
We hear you, Pastor Karen. We'd be dead. Okay.
Stay in line. Stay in line, husband. Stay in line. Toe the line. Toe the line.
So, like you said, those links turn into shackles.
They eventually do if you don't really put it in comparison. But then, I'm gonna be honest with you, a sneaky link, I think, can go even more if you really want to go into psychology. It could just be anything that you escape your relationship with. Some people could use food as a sneaky link. Some people could use hardcore drugs as a sneaky link. Some people, because it's something that's outside of your relationship that helps you cope with the things that are toxic in your relationship that you can't seem to manage or get into, get in check. Especially with communication. Men and women can say the same damn thing and they hear two opposite things. Their intentions could be the same, but the way that they communicate and the way that they react to certain reactions, it's like war.
It's all about perspective.
It's straight war and conflict, in that confusion of lack of communication. And then once you have lack of communication, that's when your patience goes. Yeah. And then when your patience goes, that's when your respect goes. And then your respect goes, that's when it's all, all the gloves out. Like Pastor Karen said, somebody got to die.
Yes.
Streets need a body. Streets need a body.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So totally understandable.
Okay. So why is it that the sneaky link is just being so promoted everywhere? And it's like, okay, I feel like social media, I feel like television, everything. It promotes infidelity.
All it does.
It promotes having a side piece. It promotes the sneaky link. It promotes, we could just talk. It's okay. Nobody will find out.
It doesn't promote both. It promotes get into a marriage, get divorced. That's a business. You see what I'm saying? Because they want you to get married. You get married, that's a cost of cater there's a lot of money in business in both marriage and divorce. So society don't give a F about you managing your life or your relationship. Yeah. They're making a coin off of it. So that's why we get inundated with sneaky link. That's why it becomes interesting in the music. Yeah. That's when it becomes, you have a lot of rappers and a lot of R&Bs a lot of R&B singers talking about my sneaky link, my sneaky link. You know what I'm saying? But that's no different from what's that song with Atlantic Star, Secret Lovers.
Yes.
Secret Lovers.
In the 80s, we were singing Secret Lovers.
We
like
was
it was
singing
cute.
that, and that was a straight up creep
Listen,
song, y'all.
Like,
that was the ultimate sneaky
singing
link
about
song,
cheating.
Yo.
Hold on. You're My Little Secret by Escape.
Yeah.
We was in middle school, high school singing You're My Little Secret. Like it was cute. Like,
and they bombard us. They bombard our kids. They bombard us with these images because we're on social media checking things, even if it's for a couple minutes every now and then. Yeah. We get engaged in that rabbit hole of nonsense, and it promotes it off those algorithms. It pulls you in. It tells you this is what you need to do. Look how beautiful this person looks. You just follow these trends, and you don't think about stuff. And no one wants to work on home.
Yes.
Everybody on social media, I always tell my wife this, and she be looking at me. I said, no disrespect to anybody, but I feel like stuff that we post on social media, a lot of people, it's the opposite. They pose like, oh, we having a great time and all this other stuff, but in real life, they fighting.
Listen, hold on. There was a joke you heard from a comedian about Valentine's Day.
Okay.
So my husband said, Valentine's Day is like, all year long, you fighting with this person, and on Valentine's Day, you acting like you love each other.
Yeah, that's your moment.
If you really love each other, Valentine's Day, what is it? Y'all not messing with each other? Y'all fighting or something like that?
Well, essentially, it's like this: if you in a committed relationship, you know what I'm saying. Valentine's Day is just another day for you because you know every other day you deal with a love and happiness and all other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So Valentine's Day ain't nothing different. But the toxic mofos out here, your toxic crusaders, on Valentine's Day, y'all be cutting up. Y'all sneaky links that know y'all should not be contacting that significant person on the 14th of February because they're hanging out with their wife, significant other, that other person that they hang with, that they complain about, that person they can't stand. That's who they with. And here you come with your text. Here you come with your card. Here you come with your balloons and surprise admirer stuff, blowing up the spot for no damn reason, knowing that you got the 13th and the 15th to holler at me. Okay? So let me know what's going on, man. The sneaky link too, you got to understand, you have to, like with any other relationship, set boundaries. Okay, you shouldn't be having a sneaky link in the first place. To be honest with you, you should be dealing with your
sneaky link.
You have to. I mean, if that's important to you, and I think the reason a lot of people are sneaky links because their significant other, well, they already believe that their significant other won't allow them to engage in that relationship with that person. Because there's a lot of people like think that they max and be like, listen, why can't I have both? I'm a good man.
All right, so let me ask.
Why can't I have both of you? Why I gotta hide her for?
Hold up. All my people on here watching right now, you could comment. Please join in. If your significant other came to you and said, "Listen, babe, hun, boo, 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 whatever they call you," and it's like, "Listen, I just want a little something on the side. It's not emotional, just a little sneaky link. This what it is. Play do this." Nothing more. Would you be like, okay, babe, I'll help you find your sneaky link?
Well, we know that that's not realistic. That's what our preferences said. We know that you won't let us have that. You know what I'm saying? But it's worth an ask.
But let me ask you a question.
You never know if you don't ask.
Let me ask you a question. So, and we can get into the spiritual part of this because it's like, if more relationships were accepting of things like that, you think more
like
marriages,
polyamorous relationships?
Yes, you think more marriages would last?
Absolutely. Because a lot of those relationships work on not controlling ownership. The ideology behind polyamorous things is that we work as a unit, as a collective.
Yes.
So you look at each other as a family. Like it's not like I'm in competition with you. We're all one. However many numbers is involved in one.
Yeah.
But the ideology is that we're all a family and we all connected. That
but listen,
you can't cheat on those persons
even
outside
jealousy.
of that.
Listen, I've never watched Sister Wives in its entirety, but mistake me if I'm wrong. Whoever watches it, absolutely not. No. Emotionals get involved, of course. A lot of wives still get jealous of each other. First, second, third wife, fourth wife. This one has this many kids.
Yeah.
It's still it will never be.
But is that really love or is that control? A lot of women lack security within themselves, within the world, the work world, relationships, and they look to men to secure that.
But listen, you think a man could deal with his wife or girlfriend having a
easier
sneaky link?
A lot of times easier than, and you see, because it really depends on your upbringing. To a lot of women, you cheating is it. That's the worst thing you can do to me. Grow up. That's only how you feel. That's how you was raised. In the real world, in the tangible world where people make things work, we live in blended families. We have same-sex relationships and all that other stuff. You work on what you work on. If that doesn't work for you, then don't be in that relationship.
A man could not deal with his woman having multiple men or husbands.
He does. Listen, it does. It's a. I'm not saying that he doesn't, because men will get possessive just as women get controlling. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong with that. No one really willingly wants to share their partner. Okay, yes. But if this is something where they are both sexually mature and they're already secure in who they are and whatever they have in their relationship that's more important than sex, they can share that person for in the light of pleasure and in the name of pleasing them, in the name of whatever it is. It's not for us to judge if it's right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? But most women in a relationship, you want that control of a man. Let me ask you something. If being with another woman would make me happy, right?
Be careful what you're gonna say. Okay, guys, y'all better get y'all.
If being with another woman would make me happy, right?
Okay.
And you decide to give that to me, how different is that from me giving you a wedding, a house, moving where you want to move, a boat, a gift, a car? It essentially is doing everything to please you. Now, if I'm engaging in a relationship with that same woman and I'm trying to replace you, I'm making it more than just that pleasure, just that incident, so she can move on and go back into her world. I just wanted the experience. Okay. Then, if you're not going to give that to me, we need to explore if we want to be in this relationship or not. Okay. I don't feel like, see, this is the problem with the sneaky link. You already have it in your mind that it's something wrong or something that you can't have. So that's why you move the way you move. Okay. A lot of times your wife or your boyfriend, whatever, gets mad at you like, oh, you kept this shit from, but just be real. You was a roadblock. I wanted what I wanted.
Well, your significant other was a roadblock.
They was a roadblock. I wanted to do what I wanted to do. I came to you like it. All your insecurities, all your control, all your other bullshit that you was into told me, oh, it's either my way or the highway. Whenever you do that to somebody else, they are going to do what they want to do regardless.
So basically, people should be like, okay, we can explore you. Exploring.
I'm not telling you to do that. I'm not telling you to do that. What I'm saying is listen to the person. Okay. Give it to see how it feels in your spirit. And if you refute it, give me a reason outside of it. You just don't want me to do it. I don't want to hear that bullshit. Nobody wants to hear that. Okay. Give me a reason and say, listen, I don't believe my spirit is in it. I don't want to transfer her energy. I just don't want to think about my king in that. Whatever your scenario it is, it gotta be more than I just don't want you to do it. Because we married. Because I told you not to do it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times too, men, you got to be careful that the grass is not green on the other side. We always tell ourselves that our situation, something else that's lesser is usually lesser. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because you wouldn't have committed to who you committed if it wasn't more. Yeah. You wouldn't be hiding and sneaking around so you in jeopardy of losing more.
Yeah. Hold on, we got some good stuff. Someone said thrill seeking. Someone else said if that's not how the relationship started, it's hard pill to swallow to switch up. Someone else said, but what about your vows? Ooh, so those are all three great things. Yeah. Thrill seeking. Yes, I believe people have sneaky links because they can get away with it. Right?
No. Yeah. Well, no, do it. Do it. First of all, doing it. The thrill of it. That's right? The thrill, but it's another high to have it secret. You know, to, so to speak, get away with it, where you're not like, oh, you slept with that person, and you know you don't want to hear all that shit. Most men, we wouldn't lie about shit. We tell you who the hell we are. If we always knew it wasn't, I'm gonna leave you. I will never accept that. I can never be with you again. Like y'all women, I'm not telling you how to be. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even telling my wife how to be because you know I understand my wife and I do respect our vows. and I do respect the commitment that I make. And and be honest with you, if I wasn't thinking about my children and karma and all those things that are a lot heavier than just me cheating and getting my rocks off, then I would go ahead and live a lifestyle like that. But because I do love my wife, because I am building with my wife, because I am an example to children in another generation, there's so much more to consider taking that risk or getting that little momentary pleasure for something else. And me too, I don't like nobody having no attachments to me. I don't like nobody being able to say or text it. Y'all listen, anybody can text right now. Nobody would be like, yeah, I've been with your husband, doctor. I had the realist. I'm gonna tell you why he the realist. Y'all not hearing that shit. Like,
and you better come pay some of these bills and watch these kids. You had him, okay? Come over here. You come babysit for us on date night. You want to be part of the mix? Let's make it all a family. Don't play with me. That's exactly what I would say.
Yeah, she probably
nobody is fighting. I'm like, oh, you want to be in the mix? Boo, you had them. Come over here and pay. Which bill you want to pay? Which one you want to hop on?
See, but it all boils down to accountability. Yes. That's, you know what I'm saying? If you're an accountable person, you know, you don't really take those risks with your life, especially when you're building something. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not building something with somebody, if it's just like a casual relationship or something like that, then you're going to do what you want to do. You know, that's what it is. But once you realize most people that are married and all the stuff that me and my wife had to deal with us getting married and being one, and all the temptation and the struggles that we immediately went through, you know what I'm saying? It bonded us together. Yeah. I really didn't have time to put no energy or insight into somebody else just because of a physical attraction, because of a sexual attraction. Like, I didn't have that access, and my mindset that didn't nourish me. That I didn't get anything from that. I kind of was in a place in my life where I already had enough of that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, but a lot of people that are sneaky links in doing that, you know, you want your cake and eat it too, essentially. Yeah.
Someone said, if a man comes into a relationship with a female that's down for threesomes with other women, with them, then doors for them, then the man is open forever.
Open door policy, don't they? We ain't judging. He ain't budging.
You got to make sure you have that in writing, because eventually someone's going to want to move forward in the relationship, maybe get married. So
you understand, human beings are fickle people, man. You could fall in love with somebody, you could fall in love with somebody, you can mature. Mm-hmm. You can go back into your second, third, fourth childhood. Like,
so listen, I heard two different point of views. Weird. My girl Shantae said one thing. If it wasn't like that before the relationship or before you got married, it's hard to switch up. And then someone else said, well, if it was like this before we got married or from the beginning, don't switch it up and be like, no. So we have two different perspectives. I agree with that. Like, what if you come in a relationship and this is what it is, and then 5-10 years into your marriage, you like, listen, I want to switch it up. Let's throw some more people in the mix. How do you appease your partner? Or I just want to try something new just for the night, you know? Or what if you start out and that's the relationship y'all build, but then as life goes on, you get married, you have kids, you have businesses, you have a house, and one person is like, listen, I'm not down for that. I'm tired. I got these kids. We got these jobs. I'm not doing that anymore. So it's like,
you asked me like 8 questions now, so I'm trying to figure out which one you want me to
answer. What do you do with the switch up? 2 switch up. 1, you come in and this is how y'all get down, and then all of a sudden you don't want to do it anymore. Or 2, that's not what y'all know, but you get bored after 5-10 years and you want to switch it up.
I feel like somebody's freak never dies. Oof. You know, your temptation as a man, or whatever the case is. I mean, what man don't want a threesome? Like, you know, to be honest with you.
Some women want it too.
To be honest with you, a lot of people are not ready for what they want. We always see things and not prepared for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of guys don't understand like how to. Every woman that you have, you somewhat connect with, whether you acknowledge it or not. And very few men have. I'm speaking. Very few men have enough charm for multiple women, because women are very different. Something that pleases or charms or intrigues another woman, one woman will not intrigue all women. It won't intrigue another woman. So for you to have a mindset of connecting with 2 women sexually, you got some kind of gene or some kind of swag in you that just lets people see kind of a persuasive side of you, you know, not forcing you to do something, but just really opening up your mind to a new experience. And when you're open-minded like that, you attract energy like that.
Yeah.
Just like if you're closed-minded like that, you repel energy like that.
Yeah. All about energy.
And a lot of women, I think it's not even so much about the sex. I think it's so more about it's the lack of commitment.
Wait for the man to cheat.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's like he breaking his promise to you. You know what I'm saying? You did everything right. I cooked for you. I dealt with your nonsense. Even when I saw your weaknesses, I accepted it. And you could just betray me now with something you want. You put something before me than, what we were building. And y'all take it so personal. And men, men take it personal too.
I think that if you can really trust your partner, it makes it easier to explore together because you're not worried about them doing things behind your back.
Right.
Yes.
Right. The open link. I'm stopping.
Oh my, the open link. That's an open link.
The open link.
And then someone says a lot of times us men settle for what we don't want longevity. What we don't want longevity.
We damn sure do, fellas. We damn sure do. We settle for these relationships with these women that we just feel like we can't lose. And we die, we lose shit. Like we lose a part of us trying to be your other half, trying to appease you. I always say all the time, like a part of me had to die before I had to be with you. Like I literally had to be like, damn, I wanted to be married. Because people say it all the time, like you gotta want to be married to be married.
Facts.
But you really do, man. You really gotta want to win in that situation. You really gotta want to see the best version of yourself with that person. You want to be on the top of the world, whatever that is, sitting in your mansion, flying on a private jet, going to whatever vacation. You want to celebrate those ultimate victories with that person. That's why you sacrifice so much for them. That's why you in the trenches with them,
So is there a way to prevent someone from wanting a sneaky link? Or you have no control, people don't have control over that?
Just be open to communicator. And if you most likely, it's hard because you could be as honest with you want with people, and some people are just two-faced. Some people maniacal. Some people are just nymphomaniacs. Like when they ain't around their husband, when they ain't around their wife, they just trying to touch whoever. They just touched like freakazoids. I'm serious. Like they have no morals, no regard for nobody's real feelings. They really have a sexual impulse that they can't control.
Okay.
And a lot of people like that. And that's who a lot of good men that want to stay faithful to their wife or want to stay faithful to their girlfriend, and they come around those freakazoids that give us this wild ass experience that we never had before, doing something strange that we ain't never even know.
And you can't get enough of it.
That
link turns into shackles. That link turns into shackles. There's no more just.
Don't you wish it was a world, fellas? Don't you wish it? I want to talk to fellas. Don't you wish it was a world where you could take that energy from the freakazoid and give it to you? Like, why don't you guys, ladies, work together and you train on that? And we could be the best version of you. You can be for me. But that's just like, okay, you woke up, but welcome back to reality.
Okay, but listen, let's talk about the person who is the sneaky link. How do you feel?
What do you mean? It's two people. It's not one. It's never one.
But no, but what if one person is single, right? And they're dealing with someone who's in a relationship?
Sneaky links are just that. Sneaky links are usually linked to somebody else.
So they're both linked to other people. And they're just okay. So it's a sneaky link will never be someone who's single?
It could be.
Okay.
It could be. In their mind they're single, but their girlfriend or boyfriend would disagree.
Very true.
Okay? Let's be real with you. There's some people that, I didn't give her no title yet. I ain't my wife yet. I'm be honest with you. I live the same lifestyle. I told my wife too, like, how did I cheat on you and we ain't married? Like, I don't hear that nonsense. Until we married, till we deaf till the ring go on the finger and you bend the knee. I get ready to do what I got to do.
But you're working towards something, right? So if you have open communication, okay, let's answer this question. If you have open communication prior to marriage, is that having a sneaky link? Is that cheating?
No, you're not supposed to, but men too, we're stupid. When certain situations pose to us, all that shit goes out the window. We just like, damn, You telling me I can have a threesome with twins right now? All I got to do is lie about it. What twins?
Not everyone care about someone's feelings that they don't know. It's like they saying they would do it to me. Interesting.
A lot of people don't like the medicine they dish out, you know.
Yeah.
And Sneaky Link 2 is basically taking advantage of a situation that you normally wouldn't.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate that Sneaky Link is usually somebody that's in your significant other's circle or quarters. Oh. That's how them best friends and them sisters and the cousins be met, and like that be. Remember Soul Food when the cousin slept with the
cousin
with
Faye?
Terry
Cousin Faye?
That would be like Sneaky Link right there. You had no business doing that. Like, you both have love for this woman, but you would cross the line because your lack of discipline, because your lack of self-respect, because your lack of commitment. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what the boy was down to.
Shantae.
You got to give up a lot of shit to maintain that little thrill. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And those women too, those men too, that you use as Sneaky Link, that's not your significant other, they don't want to go away.
Yep.
Because if they enjoying it and they got all that intel on your significant other, you don't mention to them all the things that they don't do, they're not going to want to go away. Absolutely. They're going to want to interfere in your life. They're going to want to interfere in your relationship. And then you'll be like, damn, I can't get rid of this Sneaky Link.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sneaky Link that's a problem in my life.
So that's where, like I said, society now, I feel that it pushes it, right?
It's big time.
It encourages having a Sneaky Link. It encourages having a side person. It encourages doing all these things and not monogamy as much, right?
Yeah.
Again, divorce rate is high, as we talk about.
Incredibly
high.
Know,
people are getting married much later in life, as opposed to years ago when our grandparents, great-grandparents were married in their teens and early 20s and things like that. So what is it?
I feel like, I hate to say it. No disrespect. I love our grandparents, but y'all kind of did the same thing too.
Oh,
because a lot of brothers and sisters is floating around here. Okay,
a lot of
uncles
and families.
A lot of that's going around. Families. They were just better with the Sneaky Link. It was like the hush link. Like, we link and you don't say nothing about it. You go live your life again. You know what I'm saying? So, I know we should have learned from them. When we say our elders, we can learn from their experiences and stuff like that. But ain't nothing new. Like, it's been cheating from the beginning of time. You know what I'm saying? People, men, women, we all live off of impulse when we don't have a divine connection to God and discipline. That's what it really boils down to. That's where all these diseases came from. That's what all these extramarital affairs, this you see how toxic it is. A lot of these psychotic women, psychotic men are killing these people, killing their lovers, crimes of passion, hurting your loved one because of these decisions that you're making.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. And we're not judging you. Listen, you get it how you get it. Your life is how it is, and you made whatever decision you had to make. But at some point in your life, you got to start looking at the bigger picture.
Absolutely.
And what is it all for? What is it really progressing? What is it growing other than, spite, envy, and hate? And you don't really need any of that. You know what I'm saying? We got enough stuff going against us.
Yep.
So I think it's funny. It's funny to laugh about the Sneaky Link. You know what I'm saying? But that's basically basically hanging yourself.
Yeah.
With your own, sin, so to speak.
Yeah. Absolutely. So is there anything that people should do if they're thinking about, I want a Sneaky Link, or I had a Sneaky Link? Should I tell my significant other?
I don't think there's anything to do about it. I think you just prepare yourself if you get into a situation of temptation. Like, if you know there's somebody, like your husband's friend or somebody that you're attracted to, whatever the case is, I'm not saying most women don't be dumb and tell your husband to pull up your spot, have that man snap out on you and stuff like that. But if you're ever watching a movie or you're watching something spicy together, you know what I'm saying? After you had sex, because that's the best time to really talk to people. That's when they kind of relax and they got the energy.
Nice, the energy's
talk about shit like that.
Yes.
Mention it. Say, what would be cool if we had another woman in there, and see her reaction. She could be over the top, like, "How you're crazy," whatever. But you got to put feelers out there. I always tell my wife, if you don't ask, you'll never know. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody Nobody's going to kill you or ridicule you for communicating about who you are, because essentially that person's supposed to be learning about who you are and what you like. And you're supposed to be compromising somewhat with that.
Yes.
It's not just like, oh no, I don't want to hear that, I'll never do that. I think that's very immature of anybody in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to grow the F up, especially if you really want to be with this person and grow with this person to old age. You know what I'm saying? You got to appease daddy. You know, it's like you got to appease mama.
Again, I think it just comes with maturity, transparency in your relationship, and knowing about your own body and your own sexual wants and desires. You know, like that.
I think a lot of people, if a man told a woman, about what he really wanted, I think the woman in most cases will leave him. Because it's so easy for a woman to just say, okay, go get her. Go be with her. Go find her. Good luck. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. Like, it becomes to a point like it doesn't even matter what we want or what makes us happy. Oh, you wanted this. Oh, you wanted a fast car. Good for it. Oh, you wanted this. And like, you make it like you trivialize the things that we want. But when you ask for things, it's mandatory. I need you to be secure. I need you to be a good man. I need you to control your anger. I need you to never curse at me. I need you to never call me a bitch. I need you to, you see what I'm saying? These are all mandatory that you want to do. So anything that we waive is like, oh, I possibly want. No, you can never have that. And that's where that crack in that relationship begins, because you're most likely that person.
It's like women would just automatically shutting it down, shutting down your wants and your desires.
Instead of being open-minded.
Okay. Even if
instead of exploring the possibilities.
Okay.
Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see that.
And that's where that sneakiness comes from.
Okay. So basically, a lot of times, sneaky link comes from, one, because you get away with it. Two, if you something that comes across your way that's intriguing to you, that you desire, that maybe you're not getting at home, and you want to try it, right?
Yep. Curiosity.
Or you tried something one time and now you can't get away from it because it was so good. Those sneaky links turn into sneaky shackles.
Ooh.
Sneaky links turn into sneaky shackles, right?
And then when you marry them, they turn into balls and chains. You're a goner. You're a goner. Down with the ship.
Whatever. Balls and chains. Once you get past that, balls and chains. Masturbation can prevent the thought of a sneaky link, but you gotta be dedicated.
Yo. That's real talk, though. I ain't gonna hold you. Listen, I understand, but masturbation is only gonna please you to a certain extent. There's no difference than an actual person and feelings. But listen, I hear you. I applaud your dedication. Shit, I wish that worked for everybody, boy. It'd be a lot more.
But listen, a lot of people, like I said, knowing about your body and what you love and what feels good to you. A lot of people don't masturbate. A lot of people don't feel comfortable. Yeah. They feel like they need that physical person.
They're ashamed of it. They get ashamed. It's like, damn, like, even sometimes too, masturbation in a marriage, in a relationship, like, do be hiding that he jerking off. His wife ain't give him some for whatever reasons for however long. That's why Charles had the dirty magazines. Okay? That's why, and when we do that to kind of take the monkey off our back or whatever, we wrong for that. What you doing down there jerking off? Ain't you too old for that? But, I'm telling you, like, please find somebody you love and you can really communicate and grow with. That's the point. Stop being in these relationships with people that don't let you be you. Because that shit will kill you, okay? Stop marrying somebody because
and we're not saying be a heathen. We're not saying let someone be a heathen.
If you want to be a heathen, be a heathen. That's your choice. Listen, you got to deal with God. I'm not just telling you what to do. I'm talking about my folks that's in a relationship that they know this shit ain't working out. No matter what you do, just that person just ain't for you, and you still doing it because you don't look like a fool. You don't want to get back the ring. You don't want to. You don't want to look like a fool. You want to prove somebody that called that shit wrong or right. Come on, man. This is what I'm talking about. Because if you can't be you in a relationship, that's almost like killing you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I say it's like a lot of people with gender identity. They say when, a male is either homosexual or transgender, whatever, they can't hide those emotions for so long.
Yeah.
Once they get to mature age, they have to live out and blossom whatever they've been feeling all this time, because you can only suppress who you are. but for so long. It don't matter how much you love somebody, you gotta love yourself to a certain extent. Absolutely. You understand?
Absolutely.
In order to really love somebody and be in a partnership or a healthy relationship, if you want to be in a healthy relationship. Some people look for toxic shit because they just toxic. That's love for them.
Some people toxic, trauma bonding. People who want to be with someone because they're just bonding over
just because
trauma.
we used to pain together.
We used to substance abuse together. We used to this together, gambling, abuse, whatever we went through. Trauma bonding never works out. Never works out.
It doesn't. If you can't be your real self. So we encourage everybody out there, please stop faking the funk. You know, if you with your sneaky link and it interferes with who you really are in your relationship and marriage, and you really trying to go somewhere in that relationship and marriage, and you have vows, try your best to sever that relationship that you know that's not going to bring you closer to your significant other who you really love, or closer to God. Yeah. Because you understand, you don't have to carry that shame, and don't say that you don't, because we all do.
And listen, I feel like these things should be spoken about in the very beginning of a relationship. Yeah. We're past the point where everybody here is grown. We're not in high school. I don't think anyone in here is on their 20s.
If you all, shout out to the TD Bobbers, which y'all still doing up.
Shout out to you millennials.
Yeah, checking us out.
My point is, you should be transparent at the beginning at this point. We're past this whole, no, I don't give oral sex. No, I don't do this. No, I never did this. You're grown at this point. You should be transparent about your wants, needs, your desires, your preference. What do you want in your life? Do you want kids? Do you discipline this way? Do you marry? Do you believe in God? Do you believe in Satan? Whatever it is, those things should be discussed
on Front Street
within the first and second date. You understand what I'm saying? Don't wait till after you get married.
It's not a perfect timeline, no, neither. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to, because you could do as much preparation as possible and still have a messed up marriage.
But listen,
what we're saying is start working on that actual relationship with this person that you say you love, that's your significant other. You have to have these hard conversations. You have to have these uncomfortable conversations. Sexuality, it's not always about what he can't have. You have to explore what he wants, what excites him. Just like he has to be mindful about what you want, what excites you, what changes are you going through in your life. Because if you don't give me that open communication, how could I even help?
Yeah.
How could I love you better?
Yeah, and if you are a hypersexual person, I think you should let your partner know in the beginning. And if you're someone who's not, let your partner know in the beginning, because that destroys a lot of relationships. And I get, as we get older, sexuality, libido, our bodies all change, especially women. You know, we go through a lot of changes, but definitely be transparent about those things in the beginning. You know,
try your best to,
definitely. Sneaky link. If you have that sneaky link, is it worth it?
Good luck to you.
Is it worth it though? Was it worth it? Did you feel good after you accomplished it? Did it feel good that you were able to come home and sleep like a baby and kiss your significant other after you adjust with your sneaky link? Yes, no, maybe.
Some people are. Some people are very very selfish, or very they're just very secretive for whatever reason. And I think it comes from a place of shame too. You know, I just think that you feel like whatever you're doing is just too over the top for somebody else to just say, okay, I'm down with that. And you don't want to lose. You get to a point where you don't want to lose that person by risking it.
Yeah.
And saying, listen, I'm XYZ, because you don't want them to be like, if you like that, I can't be with you.
Yeah.
You know, that we play that worst case scenario in our mind. We never hear like, oh, maybe it might work out, or I might consider it. You know what I'm saying? And you can't stunt your relationship like that. Communication really is communication. You have to talk it out.
Yeah.
Talk about it. Put the issue on the table. Stop saying this is too much for him to handle. Saying that's too much for her to handle.
Yeah.
You know, and if it is, you know that person is real toxic or dangerous.
Yeah. Stay away.
Be very careful about the information you share with them, and make your way out of that type of relationship.
Yes. Someone said you can speak about your wants and needs in the start, but people expect you to change to their wants and needs to be comfortable.
Yeah, to a certain compromise.
Very true.
But you are who you are.
Unmet expectations, though.
Yeah, that's true.
That's unmet expectations, where you could be this way in the beginning and people are expecting you. Oh, after we get married, they'll change. After we have kids, they'll change.
They believe that role. They believe the lie.
Don't ever. Character. I feel like whoever the person is you with now, that's who they are. If they change or do a 360, that's because they have to want to, not because you force them.
Right.
So unmet
and it'll
expectations.
actually take even longer if you are forcing them.
Yes.
Because as human beings, we're very resistant to change, especially when it's being forced, and especially when we don't understand why we have to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to do things because you told me I can't. Like that. That'll push a lot of people over the edge.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what do you think? You think any other tips you want to give for the sneaky links? Any other questions we have for any form
I don't want to get no
link?
tips to no damn sneaky link. You ain't supposed to be doing that anyway. Go back home to your boo.
Yes.
And work that thing out. You know what I'm saying?
Out.
Give her a chance. Whatever you, and another thing,
Give
gentlemen, whatever you like about the sneaky link, try to incorporate it in your relationship.
Yes.
If it's just a certain type of way that they handle you, if it's a certain type of way that they engage in you, just try to mention it. Don't try to completely put too much on somebody. Like, I want you to be this.
Yeah.
Like, that's unrealistic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But as you're making love to somebody, or y'all getting into it, try something a little new with them. Just experiment.
Yes.
See if that's too much, or if they like that, or they if they got weird about that. See, we supposed to learn each other. We supposed to teach each other as well.
Yes.
No one's just going to be great at sex like that. That doesn't practice sex. You have to engage with it, especially if you got in a commitment and you've committed to this woman, and your finances, your money, your spirit, your love, everything's involved in her. Then you gotta show her like how you like to be pleasured.
Most men will sacrifice their wants and needs for the lady they love.
We do.
Absolutely.
We do.
Absolutely. If your significant other, especially a man, I feel if a man really loves a woman, he will sacrifice.
Essentially, love is sacrifice. Love is sacrifice. That's what love essentially means. It's not just get what I want, what you bought me. Love is actually sacrifice. What would you willing to sacrifice for this person?
And I'm going to say this, and a lot of females may be mad at me, but women were never satisfied.
Ooh.
Women, and this is the truth. Ladies, don't be mad at me, but we wouldn't be real if we didn't say this.
That was the realest joint ever. Yo, that was real.
Women, we are never satisfied.
Never.
Because we go through the thing of, okay, I'm your boo. Okay, when am I going to be your girlfriend? Okay, when are you going to post me on social media? Okay, when are you going to propose to me? Okay, when am I going to be your wife? Okay, when are you going to get me my house? Okay, when are we going to have these kids? Ends. Okay, when are you going to upgrade my ring? Okay, when are we going to do this? We're going to go on vacation. When are you going to get a better job? And men are just like giving. When are you going to do this? When are you going to go
until we can't keep up no more? Until we like, you know what? Women, I'm done.
Yeah, and women, we just got to really be mindful. But I think women, it's just in our nature. We just want more, right? We want more. All right, you was getting me a Coach bag, now I want a Birkin, right? Why not? Like, women, we just naturally just want more. So women, just please be mindful of how we treat our men, how we treat our kings.
Thank you.
Not putting this too much pressure on them.
Thank you, queen.
Because that will push someone to go get a sneaky link who doesn't nag them, who doesn't stress them, who just does what they do and then they're done. So women, we definitely have to be mindful. Again, there's nothing wrong with being ambitious. It's nothing wrong to having dreams, wants, and desires, but be mindful of how we treat our significant other.
It's very important, y'all. It's very important. Yes. And just like worrying about somebody committing suicide or facing depression or something, we have to check in with our significant others.
Absolutely.
There's so many people that suffer in silence. There's so many people that have sacrificed for someone's want or someone's need. You know what I'm saying? And they feel like they're stuck in a situation, and this is why they do these out of character behaviors, because no one's talking to them. Absolutely. No one's really finding out what's going on in their mind and their heart. And if you don't check in with me, how can I know to stay in line? How can I know that I'm not going to risk something valuable for a sneaky link?
Yep.
Like we need to have that type of support with our women, you know what I'm saying? And we got to do better too, man. Discipline. We got to, sometimes a lot of times less is more. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And another thing too that I feel will help is continue to always date your significant other. Yeah, whether y'all together 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, continue to date that person. Keep it spicy. Go on dates. Do little fun stuff. Listen, again, a date doesn't have to be expensive. You go, like I always say, go sit by the water, go for a walk, go have some pizza, go have lunch. Always, you should.
And in the same token, guys, if you had about 10 cheap dates, let's save up for something worthwhile, okay? Let's do something to impress our lady that's out of the box, that they wasn't expecting, that damn broke your mind. You did this for me. You called reservations all by your grown self. Like we gotta remember that, guys. We get complacent when ladies just all right. That'll push a woman into a sneaky link. Hello.
Yes.
Let's talk now.
Yes.
That'll push a lady right into a sneaky link to some dude that don't mind tricking on her and giving her a little bit of extra, and he not even getting that from her. That's how he forming that link. He wheeling her on in. All you gotta do is slip up once and she over on Craig house. Who's Craig?
we use Craig all the time. I really don't know Craig.
Craig is he's the worst friend, brother, man, bad advice. Everybody got a friend named Craig or Larry. They always into some bullshit. They ain't got no business.
Craig or Larry, yes.
Always into some nonsense. They for them streets.
So again, biggest thing is communicate, love. You know what I'm saying?
Transparency,
actual
comprehension, and communication. Comprehension meaning I understood what you said and you understood what I said.
Yes.
And communicate about it.
Absolutely. So like we said, enjoy each other's sneaky links. Y'all do what y'all do. If you
be
got
safe
a
out
sneaky
there.
link,
be safe out there.
Be safe out there.
You know what I'm saying?
Make sure those sneaky links don't turn into no sneaky shackles, because that's a whole nother problem within itself.
Absolutely.
Again, be transparent. Make sure you forgive yourself. Peace, love,
forgive others also.
Forgive others. It's key.
Important.
It's important. We thank y'all again. Continue to share, post, like. Go to YouTube and subscribe to the Doctor and the Realist.
Y'all was an active crowd today, man.
Yes.
I respect that, man. Y'all was lighting up. Everybody had their little something to say. All right.
Yes, we had a lot of men on tonight. Thank you, fellas.
Appreciate fellas leaving me out there. I'm not the only one talking. Let's represent, man.
Absolutely.
We doing better. We all in the grind.
Yes. Again, if you or anyone you know, children, adult, couples, you need someone to talk to, you're dealing with depression, anxiety, suicide, if you need a referral or a reference, please don't hesitate.
Please reach out to us.
at me, Dr. Alicia Delgado Gavin, on all social media platforms.
DM
at the Doctor and the Realist.
Dr. and the Realist.
Please.
DM us now. Let us know.
Do not suffer in silence.
Please don't.
Do not suffer in silence. Again, everything is always confidential. I'm a therapist by law, so everything is always confidential. But please don't hesitate.
And all my folks that be fronting on social media, y'all thought I was gonna let y'all slide. Y'all be on there looking one way Valentine's Day, but it be hell every other day. Work on your relationship, fellas. Work on your relationship, ladies. Yes. All that fronting for them social media is going. Listen, it's going to get exposed eventually. You know what I'm saying? You might as well be who you are.
Be who you are.
Until you get called out. You know what I'm saying? Let's be the best versions we can. Come on, husbands. I know it ain't easy, but come on. It's worth the sacrifice.
Women, absolutely.
Especially if you got a queen. Come on.
Yes, especially if you got a king too. Absolutely. Guys, we thank you. We love you all. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, man. This is fun as always, man. I know went right through my brown liquor this one. But I was easy. I ain't tell too many secrets. A lot more shit to tell about the sneaky link, but we'll say that for a future episode. All right, guys.
All right, appreciate y'all as always. Real talk,
love
Unfiltered.
You guys. Have a good night, guys.
And as always,
peace, love, and
this is my sneaky link.
Yeah. Good night, guys.
Peace. Okay. I'm gonna touch screen in the Mac like.